So have you heard about this documentary, Abducted in Plain Sight, Mark Norman? Have you seen it?
Jerking off to it.
It's great stuff.
It's amazing. That guy is my hero.
He is.
I mean, he's a terrifying individual, but what he pulled off.
I don't know. I feel, as I'm watching it, I felt like I blamed the parents for being gullible more than I respected B for being this master manipulator.
They weren't gullible. They were literally the two stupidest human beings I've ever seen. They are the shittiest parents.
Oh, yeah.
I would love to interview that girl, Jan, and say, do you understand what shit parents you had?
I'm going to tell you
some terrible people.
Something that you learn from Abducted in Plain Sight. When stupid meets horny, bad decisions are made.
Absolutely.
Because they're stupid and horny, these parents.
That's a horrible radio team, too.
Stupid and horny?
That's what we're going to call ourselves. Stupid and horny in the morning. We're going to call HORNEE, just so kids can see.
Oh, right. One could be Jewish, horny. Auga.
Let me fetch me another coffee. Hope that wasn't on mic.
No,
boy,
it wasn't.
Troy looks terrible.
It wasn't. So this documentary is out on Netflix. It's called Abducted in Plain Sight, and basically it's this story.
Was it weirder than you thought it was going to be? Everyone told me you just got to watch it.
Yeah, because I didn't know.
Oh no.
Yeah, and it's one of these documentaries. I couldn't believe when I read that this thing was made in 2017.
Yes.
And it's been like at festivals and stuff. Nobody picked it up.
How has no one gotten this? It was so interesting. It almost seemed fake. At one point, I'm watching it. At one point, I'm like, these are actors. This couldn't be, parents couldn't be this fucking stupid.
But then they started using real footage and stuff like that. And I was like, we would have heard already if it wasn't. Definitely, I think.
It's these religious folk. They're all repressed.
Right.
So any guy can come in and just stroke your dong, and you're like, oh my God, I'll do anything you want.
Oh, they were Mormons, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Where were they from? Was it Pennsylvania?
Wisconsin? It was some rurally kind of area.
But so it's this family, right? And they're sitting there, and they got their
chilling.
Kids. They're chilling, and
the lady's hot now. Look at that.
They're from Idaho.
Idaho, that was it.
Jan,
the land of potatoes.
Hold on, she's sweet.
No, she's a kid, man.
Now she's sweet.
Oh, I thought you meant before.
Even as a kid, she was cute. I mean, she's a cute kid. I don't find her attractive like that, but she was 13. I would like her.
Yeah.
What?
You were 13, you wouldn't think Jan was cute?
Oh, if you were 13.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you meant like you wanted somebody else to be 13.
No.
You don't like 13-year-olds, right?
No.
That's not your thing?
I used to fuck a 15-year-old.
How old were you?
15.
38.
Oh, okay. Thank God. Oh, my God, thank God.
Yeah, no, that little pixie fucking tomboy child, no.
No, okay.
Is that that's the bad guy.
So,
well, sorry, in air quotes.
Yeah.
It's up for interpretation.
Bad guy, bad motherfucker.
Yeah.
So they're hanging out, and they
were hanging out and
masturbating.
All right.
At times, I'm sure.
Yeah. Well, you know what it was. B looked at her and said,
She got a great ass.
That is audio from B. This guy B starts hanging out with him. B and his wife, they're the neighbors, and B starts hanging out with this family and becomes a confidant, right? It becomes a trusted,
the Birchtolds.
Yeah, a very, very trusted family friend. They just call him B. And it's just a weird thing because I'm watching, and from the very beginning, when they start saying B took a special liking to Jan.
Immediately you know.
Jan's like, what, 12, 13 in the beginning?
I believe she was 12.
Younger
12.
than that.
Was she younger than 12?
Yeah, because wasn't she 12 or 13? The spoiler alert, the second time
She might
was
have
like
been
9.
Yeah, you might.
Oh,
You know
8 or
what?
9.
And by the way, it's called Abducted in Plain Sight. So when they said he took a special interest in the 9-year-old, you're like, well, she didn't kidnap him. We know what happened.
But I'm sitting there going, immediately, I'm already saying, if I had a family friend that was taking a special interest in my kid.
I know what you'd say. I know what you said watching this.
What did I say?
When you were watching this documentary, you said, oh, I'm going to come.
That's not true. That's not accurate. Plus, that's your voice.
Doesn't matter. You said
No, I didn't.
Soundboard is on fire today.
Yeah. I also don't know why he would play a soundbite of his own voice.
Because it's chill.
You could just say
By the way, you know what the father said?
What?
When the other father said, look, I need relief?
I like dicks.
Wow, that was your voice.
Just race into the sound bites.
Yes. Right in there.
But yeah, immediately when the guy goes like, he took a special interest in Jan. He really liked Jan and wanted to spend time with her. Like if a grown man was like, I really like your son. Like I'd like to spend a little time with him. I'd go, well, of course you cannot do that. No, like that's a no go.
Which guy are you talking about?
The bad guy.
Oh, B.
B.
Oh.
I've never heard that name on a man before, but I'm sure it's all right.
I mean, that one's just stupid.
I love it.
What movie's that from?
Oh, wouldn't you like to know?
Kenny's the comedian around here.
I'm sure you haven't seen the film.
Oh, yeah.
It's one of Jim's old-timey films.
It's a good one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Like Edward G. Robinson shit?
No. It's Little Murders from 1973 with Elliot Gould.
Oh.
Did you catch that one?
No.
Unfortunate.
funny.
But he was the first Jew sex symbol.
Elliot
Was he?
Gould?
Yeah, the Gould.
Yeah.
So, immediately, you're watching this going, this is right there. There's a red flag and you're done.
Mm-hmm.
But it doesn't. That's only the beginning. That's like the first 10 minutes. We have some clips. It starts, and this is the beginning of the documentary. It starts with B saying, "I want to take Jan to Lake Estable.
Yeah.
I want to take her out after school."
Mm-hmm.
And Mom's like, "I don't know. I don't think so." And B's like, "No, I think so." And the mom's like, "All right, that sounds good."
And then he's like, how about if I fuck you? That'll shut you up, Mom.
But listen to the mom retelling the story of giving their family friend permission to take their 9-year-old daughter to the horse stables.
Can't wait.
Rachel had called me earlier in the day and said, I want to take Jan out horseback riding down in American Falls.
Isn't that immediate, by the way? Immediate when a grown man goes like, "Oh, I want to take your daughter who's 9 to the stables."
Yeah.
Wouldn't you go like, "Why would I ever let you do that ever?"
And also, I had no family friends as a kid. There was no guy hanging around. Like, there was a guy who would drink with my dad or, eat out my mom. But there was no one like, I want to eat you out and take out your kid. They weren't mutually exclusive.
Why would you have a family friend that just hung out with the kid?
That's what I'm saying.
Daughter. It's disgusting.
It doesn't make sense.
I didn't think it was that weird.
Well, you wouldn't.
No, well,
you
hang
were
on.
looking for somebody to replace a certain parental figure.
Yeah, I mean, I thought I had a bad mom.
B as in bitch.
Because it was like they were. It was the whole family was their friend. Like B and his wife and their kids would hang out with.
But
they
it's
each
one
had
thing,
a best friend.
It's one thing to hang out as a group. When the dad is like, I'm going to hang out with the daughter.
Yeah.
Like, everybody's got best friends. The dad's best friends with the daughter who's 9. It's like, wait.
I didn't think it was out of the question to, after, a while of being really close to that family, be like, yeah, I want to take Jan horseback riding.
It's not out of the question.
I didn't think it was weird until we learn about his therapy, which was going on.
Well, that's way later,
But that was going on before
horseback riding?
Yeah.
No, it wasn't.
It was after. Because they said it was after he kidnapped her.
Was it?
Yeah.
The therapy?
The first one.
What's wrong with therapy?
It's also
his
the
therapy-
timeline is just so hard to keep
His
track
therapy
of.
was not good.
Well, let's get
His
back.
therapy's after the...
Yeah. That's why he was going to therapy, because he kidnapped a girl.
Oh, right.
Yeah, he understood why he did it. Because he had a bad childhood or something.
Travis, if you're not going to watch the movie, please don't contribute.
No, I did watch the movie.
I don't believe you.
I had to start and stop so many times.
I get
Now
that.
you do, right?
I get
Clean
that.
up.
All the tissues.
Yeah.
Even though Travis was streaming, it still looks like a Blockbuster video at parts where you could tell that one part was just rewound and played and rewound and
Yeah.
played and rewound and played. It's staticky at this one area.
B needed relief.
It's my favorite part.
Sure is mine too. And believe me, that wasn't just a hand.
No.
In American Falls. Rachel comes driving up to my house and said, okay, I'm ready to take you, Jan. She came in the back door.
I was like, oh, yes, I want to go. And my mom's like, it's a school night, and you have piano, and I think
he might be a pedophile. I don't know for sure, but it seems fucking weird.
The mom is just a weak dope.
She really is.
She's a fucking weak idiot.
Yeah.
And the father was a fucking weak, stupid idiot.
Yeah.
No, I was right. The therapy was before the first abduction.
Okay.
No, it wasn't.
I'm reading the timeline.
It wasn't. Go back to the clip, Rob.
I think Travis is wrong too, but
Of
he
course
said
he is.
he
It
has
does-
confidence.
Just because they discuss it later on in the documentary doesn't mean that it happened later on.
Okay.
No. Yes, it was before.
All right. When Teft has a decisive tone.
Yeah, and his beady little eyes, it wasn't before.
Is he boning the mom yet?
No.
Okay.
This is the beginning.
it's a school night, and you have piano, and I think we should try for a different day. And he says, well, I guess I could pick her up from her piano lesson and just take her straight out. And I begged my mother, please, yes, let me go.
I said, you better be back before Bob gets home for dinner. I'll have her back. I'll have her back.
B picked me up for my piano lesson and said, I brought your allergy pills. You know, you should take one of those before we go to the horses. Downed that, and off we went. I must have passed out pretty quickly because I have no recollection of getting.
At that point, he, because it goes on and on and on, but at that point, he, you know, clearly anybody watching knows these allergy pills are not allergy pills.
I think they were.
Yeah.
Give her a Comtrex.
Yeah.
Bob?
Yeah, it was in the springtime.
I was actually sleeping pills.
Oh.
No,
I
no.
think it might have been sleeping
I
pills.
disagree. They didn't want her to sneeze by the horses.
Yeah, horses do have a lot of allergies.
That's
But
right.
here's the only reason I bring up that stuff, because it wasn't just a stable trip, and maybe you guys missed the second part.
No, he didn't want her to sneeze.
Because after the stable, he actually brought her to Mexico and married her.
No, he didn't. They got kidnapped.
Yeah.
It was a whole thing.
The
Yeah.
two of them got
It wasn't
kidnapped.
his fault. Yeah.
And aliens came.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, no. The aliens had already, you know. Yeah, no, there were aliens involved. You're right.
The
It was
FBI found his car.
Yeah, but there
Right.
was blood on it. It
Yeah.
was beaten, knocked out the window.
blood was on the
Inside,
inside.
yeah. So that's how the aliens did.
Yeah. You don't want allergies around an alien.
No, I guess that's true. The aliens will get spooked, and
Whoa.
it's scary.
Watch it.
So he brings her to Mexico.
He does.
Smart.
You know, tries to marry her in Mexico.
What's the
He
age?
does marry her in Mexico.
marries her in
She's
Mexico.
12. It was 12.
Wow.
Yeah, she was 12.
You think they'd pick up on that, these Mexicans?
But it was
by now?
legally 13 in the U.S. in certain places if you had permission.
Really?
Back
If you had
then, yeah.
permission, it's in the early 70s, yeah.
Wow.
Elvis married his. But then again, we have Bo Derek coming in. She got married. She met John Derek when she was 16 and he was
16.
36 or something.
Holy Nazi.
46, sorry, he was 30 years older.
Yes.
And they had to go overseas until she was proper age so he wouldn't be prosecuted. So maybe, I don't know what the law is.
Can we ask
I think
her
that-
about that?
Yeah,
Or
of
is that
course.
I think that there was a parental permission
Right.
thing back then. Because I think they try to get her done when they get back to the States. But yeah, so you know, and they got busted, and they're in
Mexican
Mexico, and they're in
authorities.
a Mexican prison, and they end up coming back to the States. They
Do
get
we have the explanation that he gave her on what happened? Like, do we have her explaining the alien thing in a nutshell? Like, what she said was happening?
what was the alien?
That's first.
Was the alien thing the first abduction or the second abduction?
First.
Yeah, that's right, the first abduction.
First abduction.
Because
It explains why she didn't say anything.
She bought it.
right, she bought it hook, line,
Not
and
the
sinker.
brightest child.
Idaho.
No, especially as time goes on and she continues to buy this explanation.
16.
This is what
Idiotic family. They really are a family
Yeah.
of idiots.
It's a bad
you
tree.
think stupid runs in the blood.
It's literally the dumbest collection of human beings ever assembled under one genetic code.
So this is the explanation that B gave Jan. No, B didn't give it to her. He set up a speaker next to her.
I suspect it was him talking from another room.
No, I thought it was really an alien.
No, it might be
You
him.
really are a Columbo over there.
Yeah, I think so.
that's
Down in Mexico, there's a lot of aliens.
Stupid fucking cunt.
Never heard the Turk?
so. Jan wakes up after a nice allergy pill sleep, and she's in a motorhome, and this is the speaker that's next to her. Is that right, Rob?
Yes.
Yes.
This is when she finds out she's part alien.
Right.
It was dark. I had the sensation that I was moving, but I was laying on a bed. My wrists and my ankles both had straps around them. I couldn't move. This monotone voice kept talking in my ear. It looked like a little white intercom-looking box that I could see to the side of my pillow.
Actually, that does sound like aliens.
Pretty
Yeah.
good.
It might be actual aliens.
B wouldn't do that. B would never lie.
He's not gonna lie.
No.
He's a good guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I immediately thought I'd been kidnapped by a UFO.
You didn't recognize the inside of a mobile home?
Yeah, right?
UFO, you look outside, you see stop signs, you thought you were zipping through space.
I don't know. I don't know.
Your horns beeping and you're fucking an engine revving.
Yeah.
It's weird that the aliens don't have a better technology than just strapping your ankles in with leather belts.
Yeah, you're laying there in a fucking in a bed in the back of a fucking mobile home.
Yeah.
Throws in a UFO zipping through the galaxy. Not a bright child.
No, not the brightest in the world.
Galaxy looks like Tijuana.
I was in and out of sleep, really deep sleep. I woke up again. The restraints were off. I had been informed by the aliens, Zeta and Zethra were their names, that I actually was part alien.
Zeta
My mother was my biological mother, but my father wasn't actually my biological father. I had a father from this alien planet. I was in the middle of a Christmas story that I'd heard every year since I was a child, that, Joseph was like my dad, took care of Jesus, but really the father of Jesus was God the Father.
By the way, I think but it turned out, I think she just explained how Christianity got launched.
Yeah.
Somebody was just lying to somebody else.
And then do you want to hear about the mission that the aliens told her?
Very important.
This is
This is the part I believe.
This is, yeah. Oh, you believe in the mission?
Yes.
Okay. This was the mission she was informed of. And coincidentally, the only other person that knew about the mission was actually
B
himself.
Yeah, but B was at least there to tell her.
Well, Zeta and Zethron told Jan, and then Zethra. Zethra, and then Jan told B the mission.
And it was news to B.
Yeah, and then he's like, whoa.
This is so much work to fuck a kid.
Wow.
Yeah, I know, but you want to do it and get away with it. I'll explain it to you.
Okay.
The mission was that I was to have a child, the child that would save the alien planet by the time I turned 16. The box said if I couldn't perform the mission, they had a backup plan. That was my sister Susan, that she was also half alien and half human.
She got a great ass!
Is that what the aliens are saying?
Yes, they are, but Susan.
I see.
And that she would be taken. And there you will meet the male companion. And there on the little couch of the motorhome was B.
Oh!
It was a person that I so loved and so trusted and was familiar to me. I wasn't alone anymore. It was like this huge relief. He was covered in blood. He was cut. He wasn't moving. His eyes were closed. He looked to me like he was dead. And so I'm crying and I'm shaking him and touching him. Wake up, wake up. You have to wake up. And so he comes to and he starts to tell me what had happened. We were driving out to go horseback riding. And all of a sudden I saw this white light coming down out of the sky. And the car started to vibrate and move and shake. We must have been taken by this powerful light.
Fucking cunt.
Isn't that amazing? Like, B is like, it kind of looked like aliens. You didn't hear anything from any aliens, did you? And then Jan goes, oh my God, it's so weird that you brought that up.
They talked.
They did. I did. There was aliens, you're right. And actually, I need you to impregnate me. And B goes, oh, what? That's so weird. I guess, though. Okay.
Where did the white box go? Is it still there? Or would he hide it?
The white box that the aliens spoke to her on? Yeah. I guess they'd probably just leave it there.
Yeah, it was in her room.
Yeah, they would just leave it in a room. In case Zeta and Zethron, is that what their names were?
Zeta and Zethra.
I see.
Not a bright girl.
In case they needed to talk to her.
Stupid.
And then you wonder, like, how could the parents let Jan fall for something like this?
Yeah.
But I think we start to get a little explanation of that in clip 9. Rob, this is the mom talking about B first.
Where'd you get the album?
Which album?
All these clips.
We do a radio show. Rob pulls clips.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, we
Who knew?
Actually, the producers just send them out to all radio shows. We just open the email.
That's a lot of work.
Well,
people work here.
I didn't know that.
Oh, yeah.
This is all news to me.
You thought it was just the
fun and games.
Yeah.
The Mark Norman burrito crew.
I thought it was a black kid who came in and talked about a chair.
What is that smell, that food?
I believe it's an omelet.
It smells good.
Have a bite.
Oh, I couldn't.
I think the thing that solidified it was when we went to a church function in Logan, Utah.
Marianne's talking about B here, the mom
While we
of
were there,
Jan.
We took a ride up into the mountains. Before we left, we got a little too cozy, started kissing and hugging, and he touched my breasts, and things got a little carried away.
Whoop.
Stayed there longer than we should.
Nope.
But nothing beyond that.
Yet.
Went back home and tried to be calm and enjoy our lives. I thought about it every day. A lot.
Hot. Hot.
Thought about that feeling and that touch.
That touch.
Been married for, 12, 13 years by then. And it was an excitement.
Excitement.
So funny that he's like, I gotta fuck this old hag to get to this young gash.
At that point, you're thinking, okay, I mean, if you've got a guy that's fucking your wife and your teenage daughter, this is not something that you're going to stand for. What could B possibly do to get the dad to be okay with all this?
Exactly.
And
this is why you got to respect him.
We get a little explanation when
B
the dad tells his story.
B's
with
my
B.
idol.
I can't wait for the
day,
dad.
He came in the store, and I could tell that he was extremely disturbed. He says, "Are you free? Let's go for a ride."
That's the sound of a car driving.
I cannot stand my wife, and I need to have sex.
Oh!
I could see that he was sexually aroused.
Huh?
He says, "Oh, can you give me some relief?" We were laughing, and he said, "Oh, Bob, it's just kid stuff. And I've got to have relief."
Kid stuff.
Kid stuff. What do you do? What do you? I mean, come on. I got
Sure, you want a little relief?
Look at this thing, huh?
Yeah.
It's full attention. Bob.
Kid stuff.
That's a red flag right there. Hey, it's the boner. It's kid stuff.
Yeah.
I'm a pedophile.
By the way, how's your daughter?
Yeah.
He said, "Oh, Bob, it's just kid stuff. And I've got to have relief." So I was dumb enough to reach over and relieve him in an act of masturbation.
What?
What a badass. He got jerked off. He didn't jerk the dad off.
No, the dad was the bottom.
Yes.
No, he presented and said, "What are we going to do about this?"
Yeah, and dad reached over and grabbed his penis and tugged it.
What are we going to do about this?
Way to flip it.
And relieve him in an act of masturbation.
Where'd you shoot
I
it?
did the worst thing I've ever done.
Come on.
As far as
Many, many times.
breaking the trust and the fidelity that I had with my wife.
I fucking hate this guy so much.
I think it's okay to cheat on your wife.
I don't care that he jerked the guy off.
But it's okay.
Trust me.
It's okay. It's okay to cheat on your wife if you're cheating on her with the same dude that she cheated on you with.
That's trying to fuck your daughter.
Right.
Yeah. Also, that fucked your daughter.
Because you realize, there's one clip where you realize what fucking self-centered assholes these parents both are.
Do you think that it was more? I think it was more than that dad is letting on.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, but you think it was hand?
He blew him.
B's head right in the back of fucking fat dad's head.
Yeah.
And he leaned over and he fucking tooted on that dick.
I also think
he pan-fluted it.
I think it was more than once.
Of course it was.
Oh, yes.
Definitely.
Please, if you could just get fucking Howard Cunningham out of the hardware store and get jerked off, I'd be there 3 times a week getting blown.
Right.
Hey, put the wrench down. Get out here and suck my dick in the car. All right.
This is
Stupid asshole. I can't believe I was dumb enough. That's not an act of stupidity. If a man pulls his dick out and you're a man and goes, jerk me off, and you go, all right.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was when I was locked into this thing, when I was like, wait a minute. B was just fucking everybody.
Oh, he's playing his family like a skin flute.
Everybody under the roof. It's incredible.
Wasn't there another kid? Or was that the only daughter?
No, he had like 3 kids.
Yeah, he had 3 kids, but he wasn't. I don't think he was having sex. He wasn't fumbling around.
Jan
with
is the
other
one he
kids.
wanted.
He liked Jan, and he knew.
I think one of the sisters said that she was a little jealous of the attention that B was giving Jan at one point.
She probably didn't realize there's also penetration. Probably.
Maybe not.
Now this is where he tells the Robards that he needed to spend some one-on-one time with her.
Yikes.
Right, and this is, the Robards are like, look, we have both had sex with B.
I can't believe he's still got some juice left in him. After getting jerked off by the pops, I'd be like, all right, I'll take a breather.
So far, he's had an affair with the mom.
Yep.
got the dad to jerk him off and kidnapped the daughter and told her that she needs to have sex with him because otherwise the aliens.
Yeah, so he made alien noises. They drove to Mexico.
They did drive to Mexico.
From Idaho, which is not a...
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, this all happened before the kidnapping.
Okay.
This is all before the kidnapping. We're listening out
All
of
the
order.
affair stuff?
Yeah, the dad jerk you off
Dad
thing,
jerking off, the
dad
mom
sucking
touching the breast, that's all before
the kidnapping. He wanted to line his ducks up. Get his ducks lined up in a row. Like, all right, the dad will suck me, I'll lick the mom's tits, and then they'll both be in my corner.
Right, and then we'll be good. Because everybody's had a little of B. Yeah,
Sure.
this whole documentary, I was waiting for somebody to jump out at the end and go, the Aristocats! Yeah, let's listen to B as he talks about his much-needed therapy.
When he came home, he had to tell Bob and I that he was being treated for the abuse he suffered as a child.
He said, now, Bob, this will probably floor you. I had sex with an ant when I was 4 years old.
Oh, my God.
It just blew my mind.
Tiny dick.
It blew my mind the way I blew him.
Yeah.
That's just a wordplay.
It's okay. Yeah.
Why would that surprise him after he jerked him off in a car?
Wow, he had sex with...
This is going to surprise you.
Yeah.
When I was 4, I had sex with my aunt. Like, yeah, but... I mean, did you hear? I just jerked off you.
Just blew my mind. He said to me, Bob, part of my therapy is to just spend some time alone with your daughters. Would you mind? And I said, well, no. Oh, he said, you can call the doctor and ask him to explain it to you if you want to. And I said, oh, I trust you.
No God, this guy's an idiot.
What a stupid, hateable fuck.
He's a zero. He's such a loser.
Yeah.
I mean, what a...
Still hand jobs for everybody? Okay, go ahead. Have fun. Knock
Does this
yourself
affect our situation?
I got to spend time alone with your daughter.
Yeah. I need to tone the old wrists again. Is there any exercise you got for that?
Yeah.
Jesus.
Trust you. After Janet had gone to bed, he just lay down by her.
Oh.
Neither one of us was comfortable with him doing it, but it was part of his therapy.
Wow.
That makes sense.
Both parents were uncomfortable.
Unbelievable.
It's the lack of ability to look out for their own kid.
Mm-hmm.
Well, sorry that they're mental health advocates. You know? Like, sorry, I guess they're all...
Were they woke before woke was cool?
Exactly. Yeah. Sorry they're the villains of the century for just trying to make sure that B is okay after all this.
Yeah, you wonder if B is a master manipulator or he just found the two fucking dumbest people on Earth.
A little of both, yeah.
Well, look, I know she was only a kid, but she believed the alien thing until she was 16 years old. Yeah. She's not the brightest bulb in the...
No. They really are fucking...
She's a dweeb, too, because my parents had dumb friends, and I don't want to hang out with them.
No.
If one of my dad's friends got in my bed, I'd be like, ugh, this is weird.
Again?
Right.
A family of shit for brains.
Well, after all this, let's move forward to maybe clip 19.
Yeah, it's hot.
Yeah. Because at clip 19, now this is after. This is after
he's
the
kidnapped
abduction.
the kid and come back with her and married her in Mexico.
And you're probably wondering, well, how come he didn't get tried for kidnapping then? And the answer is because the family agreed to drop all the charges.
Can we explain that? Let the hold on, the girl, where is that?
This one.
Yeah, where they explain how they got him to drop got him to drop the charges.
I like that.
And this is where you hate the fucking parents.
It was on Christmas Eve when Gail Birchtold came to the door and asked to talk to Bob alone. The two of them went back to the den and chatted for quite some time. Gail came out, went on their way, and then
Christmas
Bob
music.
said to me, Gail wants us to drop all the charges against her husband. She asked us to sign some affidavits. All Bob said was, if we don't sign these affidavits, they're going to expose the dirty laundry between me and Birchtold. I was quite shocked. I felt terrible, especially for my husband.
Oh.
I just thought, oh, no, that can't happen.
Right.
So we signed the affidavits.
See, right there, this is why this family is the worst. They sold out their kid so people wouldn't know that he was sucking dick.
Yeah. Hand jobs, Jim.
I think he was sucking dick. I mean, let me enjoy it the way I enjoy it.
Jim, can I tell you something?
Let a boy dream.
Yeah, I know.
You may very well be right.
Hand jobs.
I think there could have been some blowies
Let
involved.
me tell you something.
Yeah.
When you got fucking those Broberg lips wrapped around your prick.
Is that right? Do you think he had a rating system for the family?
I bet you the dad gave better head than the mom. I bet you the dad was more eager.
Oh my God, the dad was so happy about it.
In the car, anywhere.
Yeah. Yeah, this is going back to what Mark said. It's like he had that religion in him. I think that the dad is probably just a homosexual man.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And like, that's why he was able to be manipulated because this is all he wanted to do.
Most super religious people are gay.
You think so?
Oh, yeah. That's what overcompensating.
I guess that's true. A lot of overcompensation.
Mm-hmm. Look at Jesus. They're just looking at this hottie all day, shirtless.
He's a good-looking man.
Yes.
So after all of that, after the abduction, sex with everybody,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They go forward and actually maintain a relationship with B. He does not exit out of the family's life, and believe it or not, the mom of the daughter who was kidnapped and married in Mexico.
Yep.
And wife of the husband who gave at least hand job.
Yeah, blowy.
Her relationship went a little bit further.
Yeah.
With
after he kidnapped her daughter.
With B. After and married in Mexico.
It was not long before he was holding my hand and then was stroking my leg, and you know, he poured his heart out, his soul out. I stayed too long at his motorhome, and
spaceship.
We engaged in necking and kissing, and then eventually in sexual intercourse.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Good for you.
B, close the
I loved
deal.
my husband, but I betrayed him.
You betrayed your daughter. Your daughter. What about your daughter?
They're really the most reprehensible people.
What about the daughter?
Yeah.
God, they're garbage.
Garbage. They're getting blown in a mobile home.
Yeah, their life is fun. Don't get me wrong.
Sure.
They lead a fun life.
Yeah. They're living it up.
When I say betrayal, I mean you're fucking your daughter's husband
Kidnapper.
from Mexico.
Yes.
It's her husband.
Oh, I did not think. You know what? You're right. The infidelity.
Infidelity is the issue.
After it happened, I knew that I had crossed the path that I could never go back and undo.
Oh, that was the moment.
Done.
I think it was about 4 days or 5 days after she had gone. Birchtold called me and he told me what happened. And that's when real trouble started.
Oh, real trouble.
And it just got worse.
My sexual affair with Mr. Birchtold lasted for 8 months.
Wow.
What the hell are you doing?
Bob was laying some good. Mr. B was laying some good dick to that wife.
Oh, yeah.
You know that guy that kidnapped our daughter, the one you gave a hand job to? I've been fucking him.
Yeah.
For 8 months.
Yeah.
What? It's just amazing. I mean, the story, it just goes, the longer you watch.
Crazy.
This guy's libido is really impressive.
Yeah.
It's insatiable.
He walks
work.
into a house and he goes, I'm going to come in one of you.
Yeah. Or all of you.
Yeah, some of you. I'll fuck all of you. I'm going to come in your fish,
Yeah.
your dog. I'm fucking the whole house.
The dad's like, I'm not gay. We'll see about that.
Yeah, get in the car, fruit.
Yeah.
All right. I'll suck it. You're right.
You're going to get your teeth whitened.
So we could probably skip right to the end, right to 27.
Oh, I like 20.
What was 20?
How old he was when she left.
When B tells Marianne about Bob.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, let's go for it then. This is B telling the mom about the dad, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
Correct.
Yes. No, this is a great one too. Good
2 or
call,
3 days
Travis.
went by, and he called me, and he said, "Well, you're going to lose your wife, and you're going to lose your children." And I just hung up on him. But I nevertheless was extremely worried.
And he called me and told me, well, Marianne, if you just leave Bob, I'll find you an apartment. You can have a whole new life down here, and you will be so happy. And I said, I'm not leaving my husband. I'm sorry. He said, well, he doesn't want you. Look what he's done to you, kicked you out of the home. I know if you will get you an attorney and go back and file charges against him, you'll end up with your children because Bob's a homosexual.
Oh, like a fiddle. A fiddle.
Oh, he really did. He really did set the cards up,
Who
didn't he?
plans this? I'm going to fuck the mom, get the dad to suck my dick. That'll get the mom to leave the dad. Then I can fuck the kid and eventually leave the mom. Cool.
That's it.
Chess game. It's a pedo chess game.
Separate these parents.
Yeah.
Now it's a child from a broken home. I broke the home.
Yeah. And the hymen.
That FBI guy was so fucking frustrated with
Oh,
them.
God. He's dealing with the stupidest people alive.
I mean, every minute of this thing is worth watching. It's called Abducted in Plain Sight. It's on the front page of Netflix. You can't miss it.
It is amazing and frustrating and crazy. I want to read the book, though, because I guarantee you there's so many more things in the book.
Well, the mom wrote the book.
She did.
So there could be a slant on it.
100% of slant, 'cause I guarantee you that there was some weird thing where they probably knew what was going on with him and the daughter, just allowed it. But I mean, the mom has been pretty honest. You know, the dad has sucked his dick and fucked it. I mean, they're all
sucking, fucking. It's all going on.
Fucking, sucking,
necking,
necking.
Heavy petting on the leg.
The FBI guy is furious throughout the whole thing because he's like, yeah, obviously we all knew what was going on. And they were helping the guy molest their daughter. It didn't make any sense.
The affair happened after the first abduction, after he married the daughter.
Way after.
And it doesn't make any sense.
I don't know. You're my daughter's ex-husband. So weird.
Why did you want to marry my daughter?
So it all culminates.
He kidnaps Jan a second time.
Well, yeah, he kidnaps Jan a second time. He puts her
Only
in
once.
Yeah, he puts her in a boarding school. He just says like, yeah, that's my kid. And they're like, cool.
California under a different name.
Yeah, I mean,
you got to watch this.
He was a CIA agent.
He told him he was a CIA agent. Just leave her here. I'll come back and get her. Like,
almost as bad as Voss's I'm a profiler lie.
Yeah.
Or I'm a legend.
Yeah, or a comic. Or a man. Not. He's a horse-toothed fool.
And now Jan's an adult. They finally go to court. They put out a book.
What was the book called? I forget. They did. I do want to read it. Even though the mother wrote it, I would like to read it.
Sure.
And this is what it sounded like when Jan finally got to talk to B as like a person who was broken from his sex spell.
And I had to go to court because he contested it. I think he actually wanted to just see me up close. It was so horrifying.
Mr. Birchall has remained a threat and a danger to me and my family. It is a constant and continuous concern that has escalated in recent months.
I hadn't seen the man for 30 years, and for about the first 5 minutes, I was shaking like a leaf.
You know this is quite a story, and you have sold a lot of books because of the story, right?
We've sold a few books, not enough to make back the investment that we made to publish the story.
Okay, you told ABC News that you were going to make a movie, is that correct?
I didn't tell ABC News that. I told them that there might be offers for that. It could happen, I don't know.
Is this your goal?
This is my goal? My goal, Mr. Birchall, is to educate the public about predators like you.
Oh.
That is my goal.
Yeah.
Sing it, sister.
Oh, I see.
Oh. Okay.
The book's called Stolen Innocence.
Never mind then, I see.
Predators like you. That is my goal.
Oh, I see.
I hope you do see. I hope you do.
I mean, you don't need to rub his nose in it.
Yeah, I mean, you've already won. It's been 30 years.
Yeah.
What a fucking obsessed, weird creep this guy is.
It's the creepiest thing you've ever seen. I would recommend it. I think we're all recommending it.
Yeah, absolutely. And the book was from 2003.
It's currently suffering from a lot of 1-star reviews.
Why?
Really?
Because, I mean, the mom who made all these decisions is the one that's writing it.
Yeah, I mean, look, the reality is, even though you know it's slanted, and she probably covers up a lot of their garbage.
She fucked the guy.
Yeah.
She's a poor decision maker.
Somebody's review says this book should be titled, "We Are the Dumbest Parents in the World."
There you go.
How does your mother
All right, we should take a break.
Yeah, let's take that break.